Your fishing line, your connection between you and the fish. It is so important. Monofilament is usually the line that we all start with. It's widely available. For the most part, it's cheap. It's easy to manage. And some of the bigger diameter sizes of monofilament are great to practice with when you're first starting to use your bait caster. Monofilament will absorb water over time, and it will not last as long as a fluorocarbon or a braid. It is often referred to as a rubber band because of that stretch. Monofilament also casts great. And some of the things I like to use monofilament for is square bills, spinner baits, some, but not all, jerk baits. If I don't want the bait to sink and I want to keep it higher in the column, or especially if I'm burning a spinner bait, I'm going to use monofilament. When it comes to fluorocarbon, I'm a firm believer that you get what you pay for. Yes, fluorocarbon is expensive. You're going to pay anywhere from $15 to $30 for a 200-yard box of fluorocarbon. But okay, fluorocarbon is gonna have close to the same refractive light properties as water. It claims to be almost nearly invisible under the water. And there are people, myself included, who believe that fluorocarbon will help you get more bites. And obviously, it's not going to be as sensitive as braid, but it's going to be more sensitive than monofilament. You're going to be able to set the hook quicker. You're going to feel the bite. And fluorocarbon is also UV resistant. This is going to last longer than a traditional monofilament. And you have to remember that each brand of fluorocarbon is going to have a different diameter per breaking strength. Okay, so one brand's 20-pound test could be the diameter of another brand's 17-pound test. Each brand of line has their differences, and they also have their pros and their cons. For example, Seaguar Invisex. It's popular, and it's decent line. You can get this for about, I don't know, $22, $23 for a 200-yard spool. And you will notice that the average diameter is, it's going to say 0.16 on the box. This is an okay fluorocarbon, and it will get the job done, but it is not the most manageable. I'm sure you've all seen brands like Seaguar Tatsu, where you're going to pay, I don't know, $45, $50 for a 200-yard spool. And I know you're probably thinking, why would you pay that much? That's crazy. It's ridiculous. It's stupid. Well, here's a little bit of why. A double structure fluorocarbon, okay? And the way the resins are combined and the line is made and the way it comes out of the package, smooth, castable, and limp limp on the outside and manageable like monofilament, but hard and dense on the inside. That density and that sensitivity paired with the way they make the fluorocarbon is why you're going to pay a little bit more. If you go to something like a Sunline Sniper, the Super FC Sniper, this is the fluorocarbon that I like. This is what I prefer. And I'm going to tell you why. This Sunline Sniper is smooth. It casts great. And you will notice that the diameter per breaking strength is smaller than your Seaguar Invisex. The smaller the diameter of the line, the deeper the bait is going to go. The bigger the diameter, the more shallow the bait is going to run. And that is because of the resistance in the water on the diameter of the line, if that makes sense. I will use fluorocarbon whenever I can. I like fluorocarbon for deep diving crankbaits, for some spinnerbait applications, jigs, Texas rigs, using a Carolina rig. Braid. There's 3 brands of braid that I really like. I like Original Power Pro. I like Seagar Smackdown Tournament Braid. And I also like Seagar Max Quattro. But I don't have a box here with me. Braid is also expensive. Braided line is not going to be cheap. Okay? And I know you guys all know this. But keep in mind, you get what you pay for with fishing line and fishing tackle. If I'm going to use braid for top water, I'm going to use 30-pound test. If I'm going to use like swim baits and heavy cover, I'm going to opt for a 50-pound test. And if I'm flipping and pitching into heavy cover, heavy vegetation, thick mats, that jungle, I'm going to use 65-pound test. When you use braid, you're going to notice that there is no stretch. Okay? When you get a bite, bam, you're going to know it. No stretch. When you set that hook and you're fighting that fish, that fish is going to come up quick. That is why they use 65-pound test when they're flipping and pitching. Because when you pitch it in there and you get bit and you rip and you set that hook, it's going to rip it out. It's going to give you that power to pull the fish out of the cover. When I spool braid, I will use a monofilament backing. Because that is, 1, going to save me money. And 2, that is going to prevent the braid from slipping on the spool. And I know you're probably wondering, well, what about your monofilament or your fluorocarbon leader? I plan on getting into that in a later video. There is no one brand of fishing line that you have to buy. You can, use whatever you'd like. You could try brands like Vicious, P-Line, good old Trilene, Stren, Suffix, Seagar, what a mess, Power Pro, Sunline. There's a ton of choices. Hit that like button if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment down below. And, just don't forget to, go after what you want to do. Chase your dreams. Make your own channel. Make your own videos. I know you guys can do this as well. And as always, get out there, go fishing, have fun, and I will see you guys next time. They're a double stuck, blah. Turn it off. Damn.